Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Duke with the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this: that one thing can make the one big difference. Da-na-na. It's kind of like a show, right? Okay, so here's the deal. Just recently, literally a couple hours ago, I went and made a post on Facebook. And I basically posed a question. The question was, what's the one habit that has served you the most in 2019? What's the one habit that has served you the most in 2019? And so then I just kind of sat back, I went and did some work, came back, and there was, a few responses. So it really kind of got my creative juices going. And when I look at this, this week, and I got to tell you, you're going to hear some stories for the next couple of weeks just about our Disney vacation in Daytona and how that affects our lives and our businesses and all those sorts of things. But in this particular moment, when this came out of me, the question came out of me, it got me thinking, as most of my questions do. But it also got other people thinking. And so I realized I had to come and do a podcast on this as well. You might not follow me on Facebook. If you don't, you should. You might not have seen the video. If you don't, you should watch. Otherwise, thank you for listening to the podcast. And so I'm going to read some of the answers to you that came from some of the people who answered. Getting to bed early, writing in my day planner and acting on what I wrote down, forethought and preparation to execute plans, waking up early to prep my day, making the bed every morning, starting the chain of productive habits and tasks, telling myself how great I am every morning, making quick, no regret decisions, keeping my promises to myself, choosing to remain silent, eating ketogenically, and one of my favorites, ladies and gentlemen, I have to do it from Talladega Nights, I wake up in the morning and piss excellence. So now you think of this, and I share these, and what's so cool about this is that these are just individuals, right? These are individuals from the land of Facebook who are sharing like, okay, when I look at 2019 and what's helped me to be successful and it's created an impact in my life, it's made a difference for me in my life, here's what those habits are. And so we can kind of habit hack here, if you will. And because there's no right or no wrong. Like if somebody wakes up in the morning and makes their bed and that's one of the first things that really gets them focused in productive habits, that's awesome. I'm not a get up in the morning and make my bed kind of guy. I get up before everybody else in the family. I go up and I meditate first. That's one of my first things that I do every day. So what's so cool about this is that every individual is different. But what I love is that everybody has or can identify that habit. Now, you might be listening going, oh, shit, I don't know. It's been kind of a down year, and I don't really know what that habit is. Well, what I know is that you've created a level of success in your life. And you know it too. You've created a level of success in your life, and there's some habit that you've been practicing and that you've been living that has made a difference in your life. And what has that habit been? Identify the habit. For some people, it's a matter of, man, when I do this habit, when I practice this particular habit, I notice that my life is just completely different. For example, I know from doing 30-day challenges for a morning success ritual, I know that every time I've done that program, people always come out in 30 days with a level of success. They create a new habit. I teach them a new habit, which is a morning success ritual. I teach it to them, and at the end of 30 days, that habit creates a positive result in their life, whether it's in their health, their relationships, their business, all of them. It's always done so. And so you have practiced a habit over the course of last year that's made a difference, maybe just not consistently. So as you look at this and you go, okay, if I look back over the course of the last 10 months of 2019, where am I? What's the habit that I have practiced that's made a significant difference? And then maybe if it's one that you haven't been consistent with, it's time to get back on board. Like that's it. It's just merely time for you to start practicing that habit again. Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. And then take a look at part two. Part two says, what was my success? Okay, so here's the habit that I've practiced this year, and it's given me a result. What is that result? And write down these results. So yes, you should be writing this. Write down what that result is. So now I have, if I'm writing this down, I go look at my paper, I go, okay, I've written down the habit. It's just one habit, right? One habit, and here's the results that I've gotten from that one habit. And then we go to column 3 or question number 3. Question number 3 would be, what's an additional habit I can do right now? Now, if you're not practicing a habit consistently, I'd say all you have to do is just get consistent on that one habit that you already shared. Now, if you've been consistent, we say, what's another habit I could add? What's one thing that I know if I would start doing this, it would make a significant difference in how I move about the next 3 months? Just find out what that habit is. And the thing is, this is not hard. It's really not difficult. Because when you look over the course of your lifetime, you know the habits that have promoted success in your life. And you also know the habits that have deterred you from getting success in your life. So your job right now is just to put awareness into your life. It's to take a look and pay attention to your life and where you've created success and what was the one habit that helped you do so. Now, I know. There's other habits that you probably were implementing, but we're just looking for one right now. It's not about overload. It's about consistency. And find the one habit. Here's the results that it yielded. And then here's an add-on habit that I am going to commit to. I'm going to commit to it for the next 90 days. And if you do this, I'm telling you, 30 days from now, you're already going to see a significant change. And here's what's really cool. And I shouldn't tell you this. I should not tell you this. I should not tell you this. Here's the thing. Is even if you are only at 70 or 80% of the new habit, you will see significant change. Because in doing these 30-day challenges, that's what I've seen. I have seen people who go in and they're committed to doing the work, and it just doesn't seem to go their way. They don't seem to get 100% of what they wanted to accomplish done. Maybe they only got 60 or 70%, but it's yielded 100% in the results column. Why? Because they changed their attention, they changed their energy, they changed their focus, they changed their drive, and they are consistently striving for something bigger and better in their lives. And these people ultimately get to the path of consistency for whatever task that is that they're working on. So you got this. You can do this. Take a look right now. This isn't one of those take a look across your life at Body Being Balanced Business. This is take a look at your life. And what stands out is the habit that has made a significant difference in your life this year. What are the results that you've seen as a result of that habit? And number 3, what's a new add-on habit that you can implement in your life today that you know would take you, it would 10x your life over the course of the next 90 days. Hey, look, as always, I've got a couple announcements here. Number 1, I am getting ready to launch another 30-day challenge. So if you're listening to this and you're going, man, I'd love to learn these habits, then please, it's a personal email. Just send me a personal email, Dr. Troy, DrTroi at commitandgo.com. I'll send you some information so you can get registered for the next 90-day challenge. Next 30-day challenge that we have coming up. Number 2, if you have questions, same email address. Shoot those questions to me. I'm always here to assist and help. And finally, head on over to www.commitandgo.com to get more information about myself and the programs that I run every day, week, and month of the year. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.